A love of music runs deep for Newcastle man Brian Dunn. He joined this choir about 7 months ago, not just for the opportunity to sing, but for support as he grapples with dementia.
It's a fairly generic one, which is showed up by a bit of a lack of a loss of memory. Names and things I find sometimes hard to remember people's names and things like that. Yeah.
Can that be frustrating?
Oh yeah, it is very frustrating. Where are my keys? That sort of stuff.
Brian's a social worker by profession with a passion for helping people, but he had to stop work when he received his diagnosis. His wife, Mari, says it was devastating.
I think when you get a diagnosis of dementia, it shatters you. We certainly found ourselves in a state of shock. People say you should reach out to Dementia Australia, and you know that in your head. And I think it took us a while to actually make that call.
But they took the leap, and Mari says it paid off, as it led them to this dementia choir. Known as the Unforgettables, the group is designed to not only be a creative outlet for people with dementia, but also to provide support and social connection.
It's meeting other people and their carers, and they're remarkable.
So generous.
I think, yeah. And for us, watching that and watching their carers has been a very real eye-opener and privilege. And it's the company, it's the songs, it's wonderful for us, isn't it?
Yeah. No, we look forward to it. Yeah.
The choir was started in August last year by Helen English and Michelle Kelly from the University of Newcastle.
I met up with an amazing, vibrant woman in Maitland who was part of a Maitland ukulele group. And we were chatting one day and she said that her mother loved being in choirs, but she was developing dementia and it was getting worse, and towards the end she could no longer really work in with a regular choir. So she said, "Helen, you must form a choir." She was very commanding.
With support from the university, the Unforgettables began.
This was an opportunity to provide an outlet for them, both for the person living with dementia and their family carer, where they could come along and be part of something that was beyond dementia.
But no choir can run without a conductor, so the pair reached out to Stephanie Towle, a local music therapist.
I ask a bit of the reminiscence kind of questions, like what associations they have with the music, that sort of thing, but just don't place an emphasis on the musicality as such. They are all very naturally musical, but if somebody was, singing out of tune, I obviously wouldn't pick them up on that at all. Like, it's just about getting them singing and having fun.
The choir has grown to about 40 participants and meets every Saturday afternoon for 2 hours. Some members, like Gwyn Travis Vance and George Vance, have been coming since it first began. George was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia 8 years ago, and Gwyn says it's been difficult watching his condition worsen over the years. Gwyn says the choir has had a positive impact on George.
When we initially came along, George wasn't singing, he was listening mostly. The songs were really different for him, but as we've just stayed with it, he's singing, so he's getting used to the songs. And I think it's for both of us, it's really been helpful, and particularly I think George participates a bit more, and as he's getting more used to singing, he's getting more used to the interaction and communication in the group and part of the group.
Helen says seeing the positive change the choir has had on participants has been incredible.
Music elicits emotions, gives us access to emotions, and sometimes those emotions might be connected to a song that a couple used to sing together, and you'll sometimes see a couple looking at each other and the care partner will be mouthing the words and they'll be having that moment together. Sort of being in the moment is a big thing if you have dementia.
There's a big demand in other areas of the Hunter for a similar service, and Helen says they are looking to expand in the future. She hopes others can join a group like this that's really become like a big family.
It's an easy place to be, to come along here on Saturday, and the community that's building up now, because we've been together for 12 months, it's really lovely. We have a WhatsApp group, and so everybody's in contact during the week. And from some of the other people that are carers, we're swapping ideas and hearing more about services that are available. So, yeah.
Using the power of music to support and uplift those impacted by dementia.